Hello, my dear. Come, sit with me for a moment. I am not here to teach you anything tonight. I just want to talk, like an auntie who cares. I am 55 years old. I have seen happiness. I have seen pain. And I have learned one quiet truth about life. Most people are tired, not because they work too much, but because they care too much about things that don't last. When I was young, I wanted to be everything for everyone. A perfect wife. A perfect mother. A perfect worker. I smiled even when my heart was heavy. I stayed quiet when I wanted to speak. I thought being strong meant never crying. But life slowly teaches you. You don't get awards for suffering in silence. One day, I looked at myself in the mirror and asked, when did I stop being kind to myself? That question changed me. I started saying no, without guilt. I started resting, without apology. I started choosing peace over proving myself. And do you know what happened? Nothing bad. The world did not end. People adjusted. Life went on. But my heart felt lighter. If you are listening to me right now, maybe you feel exhausted. Maybe you feel unappreciated. Maybe you feel invisible. Let Auntie tell you something softly. You are allowed to rest. You are allowed to feel. You are allowed to choose yourself sometimes. Being kind does not mean being empty. Life is not a race, my dear. It is a collection of moments. Drink your tea slowly. Breathe deeply. Let go of what is hurting you. You have already survived so much. This is Auntie, sitting with you in this quiet moment. Thank you for listening. You are not alone. Beta. When I sat beside his bed and held his hand, I felt how weak he had become. His fingers were cold, but his grip was strong. He looked at me for a long time, like he was afraid I would disappear. Then he took a deep breath and said something I was not ready to hear. Broken heart, his confession. He said, I never married. Beta. My heart skipped a beat. I looked at him in shock. He continued, after you left, no one felt right. I tried, but my heart never moved on. Tears rolled down his cheeks. I whispered, Michael, life doesn't wait for anyone. He smiled weakly and said, but love does. Mantelpiece clock, the secret he carried for 20 years. He told me how he used to write letters to my old address. How most of them came back unopened. He told me how every year on my birthday, he sat alone with a cup of coffee, remembering me. Beta. I felt guilty. I felt sad. I felt something I had locked away for years. Pensive face, my inner fight. My mind reminded me of my family. My responsibilities. The promises I made. But my heart remembered a girl who once dreamed freely. I told him, we are not the same people anymore. He replied softly, I know. I just needed to see you once, so I could leave peacefully. That word, peacefully, terrified me. Hospital, the doctor's words. Just then, the doctor entered the room. He looked serious. He said, Sir, your condition is critical. We need to talk. Beta. I stepped outside. The doctor explained everything. There was very little time left. I leaned against the wall and closed my eyes, loudly crying, face the promise I made. I went back inside the room. Michael looked at me, waiting. I held his hand tighter and said, "You're not alone. I'm here." His eyes filled with tears. He whispered, "That's all I needed. Beta." In that moment, I realized something important. Sometimes, love doesn't come to stay. It comes to say goodbye. End of this part, emotional cliffhanger. That night, something unexpected happened. Something no one was prepared for. My dear, if you are still listening, it tells me something important. It tells me you are someone who feels deeply. And people who feel deeply often forget to protect their own hearts. Let me share a small secret I learned late in life. You don't need to be available to everyone. You don't need to answer every call. You don't need to carry every burden that comes your way. Peace grows when you choose yourself gently. There were days when I felt guilty for resting. As if slowing down meant I was failing. But rest is not weakness. Rest is wisdom. I learned to enjoy quiet mornings. Warm tea in my hands. Sunlight on the floor. No rushing, no proving. And in those quiet moments, I finally heard my own voice again. If life has been loud for you, if your mind feels crowded, create a small space just for yourself. Even 5 minutes is enough. Sit. Breathe. Be still. You don't need to have everything figured out tonight. Life unfolds slowly. And you are allowed to unfold with it. This is Aunty. Still here with you. Take care of your heart, my dear. It has carried you this